All right, it looks that we are live. Amazing. Let's wait for people to join. I believe that today it's going to be quite interesting because we are talking about SaaS, software as a service. Hello, Dan. Hello, Tim. As usual, nice to see you here. By the way, everyone, if you didn't get yesterday's webinar, the replay is already live on Hey Summit page, so you can watch it, or you can watch it on Facebook as well. And as yesterday, we will be showing a lot of features, how to use them to grow your software as a service business. We prepared a lot of interesting stuff with Sergio, and we'll begin really soon. And please let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see me well, if you can hear Sergio, so we can continue. Just write something there. Hello, Danny. Nice to see you here. Amazing.
Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone.
Yes, perfectly clear. Thank you very much, Tim. I really appreciate it. All right, so I will go live on Facebook right now. So we are slowly going live. All right. So again, thanks a lot, everybody, for joining. This is a second webinar of our webinar series about Personizely, and today's topic is put your software as a service, SaaS, on steroids with website personalization. I know it's a little clickbaity title, but what the hell? Why not? And as usual, I'm a CMO. I'm a CMO of PitchGround, Jakub, and we are here with Sergio Kazak, and he's the founder of Personizely, a tool which helps you to personalize your website so you increase conversions and make more sales. So, Sergio, how are you today? Is it cool?
Thanks. Everything's cool. Can't wait to show the good stuff to the people. Hey, everyone. Nice to have you.
Amazing. Hello, Deepika. Nice to see you here. All right. So I'm gonna, without further ado, I'm just gonna jump into the topics we'll be discussing today. Sergio was so kind that he again prepared everything we will discuss, and it's really interesting stuff. So first topic is how to grow your blog subscribers, because blog for a lot of SaaS businesses is their like one of the most important sources of leads. Content marketing in general is strong, and like writing good content without converting people to become subscribers and eventually become customers doesn't make much sense. So Sergio will tell you how you can achieve it with website personalization. Second topic is how to make announcements, for example, about new features or about API updates, about, again, new blog posts using Personizely. Third topic is how you can personalize the website based on the ad parameters you put into URL, into query, which is one of the strongest, one of the most powerful things you can do with Personizely, and I just cannot wait to see it in action. And fourth is the special promotions. So, for example, how to use the widget, special widget on your website to run special promotions on maybe on Black Friday and so on. A little bit similar like yesterday, but I believe it's going to be quite a little different for SaaS businesses. Then how to use exit intents. So if somebody goes up to close the tab, maybe on a pricing page, or maybe while the purchase, you don't want them to leave, so maybe you want to offer an incentive or something in the last moment before they leave your site. So Sergio will show you how to do it as well. And then one of the most favorite parts of these things, of these topics, is how to use website personalization together with your lead magnet. And so you generate more leads, of course. Sergio, is it everything? Did I cover everything you want to say?
Yep, I think it's all. Yep.
Amazing. All right, Sergio. So if I can ask you, please, can you now share your screen, and let's begin with the first topic, which is the blog subscribers, how to grow them with website personalization.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 second.
Yeah, of course. All right, I can see your screen. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yes. So here I go. Hey everyone, nice to have you here today. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can use Personizely to improve your engagement of your website, of your SaaS website. Of course, you can apply a lot of these things to not only SaaS, but I'm going to be more focusing on use cases which can be used in software as a service businesses. And I'm going to show you examples of how we at Personalizely use it, how few of our customers are using it, and I'm going to show you examples on third-party websites. So the first thing I'm going to start with is a list building widget. I've actually talked about it yesterday when I was talking about the e-commerce sales and widgets. But today I'm going to be talking about it in a bit of a different fashion. So what I'm going to show you is how to create a list building widget, which is going to be placed inside of your blog post. So sometimes you don't want to use a pop-up on a blog, but you want to just use a beautiful subscription widget somewhere in the middle of the content. So I'm just going to go right away and create a list building widget. Here I'm going to choose, okay. Actually, I'm going to select the custom one because it's going to be an embedded one. So this thing I didn't talk about yesterday. So we also have the embedded option in Personalizely. So embedded means that you can embed the widget right inside any part or any content on your website. So I'm going to choose embedded. And I'm going to next. I'm going to select an empty template. I'm going to choose for it to show on landing. So it just it's inserted into the content right away. And I'm going to call it list building. Okay, I'm going to create it. So, okay, I'll have to skip. This is a little intro because I created a fresh account for this. So this is an empty builder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a headline. This is our header. Subscribe to our blog to get more of this. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to change the paddings. I help you, like, I'm just going to try to show you as much like functionality as I can. I'm not going to describe it all, but I hope it's going to give you an understanding of how it works. So here I'm going to have a subscription bar. Okay, I'm going to make it like this. Okay, so
Sergio, right now you are creating like the embedded widget, so something we can directly like paste into our page and see it for everyone, basically.
So actually, I can say I set up the widget. It's pretty straightforward. You can design it as you want. You can give some additional text, but I'm going to show you how it really works. So when we go to the settings of the widget, you can choose a position. So we actually have some predefined placeholders which you can embed in your website, but the easiest one is to choose a position embeddable code. And here we give you a little piece of code which you include in your blog post or any way you want, but usually you just put it somewhere in the middle of the blog post. For example, in WordPress or Ghost, it's done really easy. And once saved, you can just paste it there, and I'm going to show an example of how beautiful one of our customers are doing it. So this is Plannable. They're our customers, and here's the widget. So they made this beautiful widget, and some like at every few paragraphs, they have some kind of catchphrase which they try to hook you on. And this is all done with just putting this little piece of code inside a blog. So as you can see, they have a few of them. So you can also use a few of them in your blogs. And yes, you can design them as you want, so they correspond to your blog design. And I think this is a great way to build your list, because if people are reading and they really like the content, it means that they are really, there's a big chance that they are going to subscribe, because if they read to the halfway to the content, that's a good thing. So what I want to say is that I really recommend this for to a blog. That's actually pretty much everything for the
Okay.
embedded subscribe widget, because I've actually covered a lot of things yesterday, but one thing I want to mention again is the targeting. So be sure to have your targeting set up in a way that you have not subscribed visitors. So you make it in a way that you, let's say, visitors properties at field email is empty. So this way, we are going to show the widget only to the visitors who are not subscribed. So if someone is subscribed and he comes back to your blog, there's no point of showing him this widget again. Let him just read through it and be it. So this is basically about the blog subscription widgets. You of course can use the pop-up one, but for the blog exactly, I would recommend this method as one of the best.
Amazing. So basically, people who will just fill in their email address once, they won't see it again, right?
Yeah, definitely. And you just don't want to interfere in the reading of the visitors whose contacts you already have. So
that's smart. Yeah, I when I subscribe on like majority of the websites, I still keep seeing the same call to action over and over again. So what would you recommend to show like after people subscribe? Like, can you show them what would be the good idea to show them?
Yeah, so you could also embed some like some different widget in the same place, and in the same place you could show a widget for the target which is subscribed visitors, and there you can try to gather more information about them. You can survey them or ask what their industry is or how big is their company and stuff like this. So you could call it progressive profiling. So yes, you can show something, but you cannot show nothing at all if you don't want to do this. So you can just not show anything if you think that you have the email and it's good enough for you.
Okay, Sergio, thanks a lot. This was really interesting, and I think we can continue to the second part of our today's webinar, which is how to create announcements. Because as a SaaS business owner, and if you're creating a SaaS product, there are a lot of things going on every day, and some of them you just want to announce to people on your website, or people on your website who are visiting your site. Such as API changes, or maybe new features, or maybe you just released a new post. And Personizely is actually quite a good way how to do it, right? So, Sergio, can you show us how to exactly do it?
Yeah. So for this specific use case, we actually covered it on our website, and it's one of the use cases we really like. And again, if used correctly, it could be a very useful way of announcing things without having to send emails or to ask your developers to add something to the website. So for this, I'm going to create a custom widget again. I'm going to select the bar. So the bar means the widget at the top or at the bottom. Choose. So in here, okay, we have a few templates. I think I can use a social one. And I'm going to go next. I'm going to make it show on landing. I'm going to go next. And let's say we want to announce that we have a new functionality in our platform. Okay. We have, let's say, new cool feature bar. Okay, that's created. And here it is. So as you can see, this is the bar itself. I'm going to remove the part with the social media. I'm going to just center it. So let's say we want to say, hey, customer. customer. We have a new feature you might like. And you can make an URL here if you want, just using this little piece, and go and send it into the blog. Let's say, and blog new feature. Okay, so here it is. So this is just as simple as that. You just create the bar itself. You choose what you announce. You can announce new features. You can announce as I said, API changes. You can announce blog posts and so on. But what's interesting is that maybe sometimes you want to only announce new features to people who are your customers. So let's say we want to show this bar only to people who are already your customers or are already signed up. So because it's really not that relevant to show this to someone who didn't use the platform at all. So for him, any feature is going to be new. So for this, I'm going to create a target again. And I'm going to use a filter I didn't talk about, and I'm just going to describe it real quick today. Let's say this sign up. We create a target. So in the target, I'm going to select the cookie. And for this to work, you'll have to create a cookie from your dashboard. So whenever some visitor of yours logs into the dashboard, you have to create a cookie. Let's say logged in, and set it a value, for example, 1. And this is going to mean that this person is already logged in to the platform. And this way you could show this bar only to people who have signed up. And for the people who didn't sign up, maybe you want to promote some different things like blog posts or anything, so you can alternate them. As I said again, like the bar promotion and like the bar announcement is a pretty basic feature, but if you are gonna use the targeting wise, you can have a few of them which will work well on every of your audience.
That's great. So let me summarize it. So let's say that you have a new feature and it's relevant only for current customers. So you can set it all up that only the customers who are logged in, who made anything basically on your site or in your product, will see it. And people who are not logged in, they will see something different, or they won't see it at all.
Yep, definitely. you get to choose, but there are like a lot of options here.
Okay.
This just, as I said, we'll need to your imagination. I'm just showing you the little bits.
We will go like really deep in the next webinars, especially on Friday and on a Thursday. We'll be showing all the hacks you can do with Personizely. So don't forget to sign up for them as well. All right, so I think we can continue to the third part, which will be especially interesting for people who are running paid advertising and who are using all these UTM parameters and all these really difficult links to drive traffic and to track everything who is coming from. We'll be discussing how we can take these parameters from the URL address and use them to personalize the experience on the actual website. So we will deliver like tailor-made experience and eventually increase conversion rate on our site, because customers will feel that the site is talking directly to them and that you are serving them exactly what they want to see. So Sergi, why don't you start by explaining it, how it all works? I think you can go a little bit deeper here, because this is a really interesting topic for all the online marketers who are watching.
Yep, cool. So what I'm going to show is right now is how you can use website personalization on your SaaS, and different ways you can use it. Somewhere you can just use different variations. Sometimes you can use keyword replacements. I'm going to cover a few of these topics. I'm going to show you how you can use different parts of your website, and even how you can personalize the call to actions to make sense for the audience which sees them. So I'm going to start with one simple example. Actually, we use this one on our website, so I'm just going to show you a real-world example. For this, I'm going to create a target. So targets, as I said, are ways to target, just to segment audiences in little pieces. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call this cold outreach. And create. So personally, when we were running cold outreach to Shopify customers, we wanted to personalize the website in a way that the visitors coming to the website are showing the relevant content, because we knew they were Shopify customers, we knew this thing about them, so we wanted to make the website as appealing as we could about that. So I'm gonna call the campaign like the target cold outreach. I'm gonna select the UTM parameters and gonna say, okay, cold outreach, for example. So then I'm gonna go and create a personalization. I'm gonna create a campaign, say main page. This is from the old one. I'm just gonna copy it from here. I'm gonna use personizely.net. Run only on homepage. This one means that it only runs on this page and not on any of other sub pages like products and anything. So, but if you have elements which are repeated on different pages, you can uncheck this, and the personalization is going to work on multiple pages. So for this one, we only want to personalize the main page. Click Start Building, and let's see. Okay, so this is a personalized website. So what we did for the Shopify customers was we edited this text thing, this call to action, and also we edited this one. And actually, we had a few of them edited, but I'm just going to show you a few quick things. So we created our first variation. For this variation, we're going to select to show it only to the cold outreach campaign. And we click Edit and say a conversion marketing toolkit for Shopify. And we're gonna edit the text in the call to action. Connect your Shopify store. And actually, for this call to action, we have a different URL which we can change. So this is the default URL where you go when you register in Personizely. But for this one, we create a special one where you require less steps and only one input to register. So it reduces the friction. So you can change this anchored href attribute, click apply. Then also I selected this one. So we're going to switch website to Shopify store. And we save it, save campaign. So now everyone coming from this cold outreach campaign is going to see a different text here, a different call to action with a different URL, and a different text here. You can edit all the way up, down. It just depends on how many places you have where you can make the website more appealing. And I'm actually going to show you how it works real quick. So this is our default Personizely website. And you see, it's like basic. It's for anyone. But here I'm going to use an URL. So do you see the URL?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. So here we have the UTM source. Okay, this for Personizely. I did it a bit different, but we have the UTM source parameter, the UTM campaign parameter, and UTM email, medium email, which means that we created a target to contain these specific parameters. So when I'm going to open this, what I'm going to see is connect to your Shopify store here. Also, you can see that the URL is different. It contains register Shopify. Also here, you can see the power up your Shopify store with Personalizely. So this is a simple way to personalize your website based on some campaigns or maybe some cold outreach campaigns, some ads or anything that you know definitely the intent. So for example, if you have some ads on Facebook where you specify the interest as Shopify in this case or anything else for you. So if you have some integrations for a SaaS which you are working on bringing traffic from, you can really gain a lot of positives from that. So this is one example. Now I'm going to show you a different example, which is a little bit more exciting, I guess. A lot of people were asking about it. So I'm going to show you how you could use a text replacement, keyword replacement in your SaaS, on your SaaS website. I'm going to show it the example on the website of a CRM, because CRMs actually are a very multi-purposeful companies which can work with a lot of industries, and you of course run different ads, but you still want people to feel like they have arrived where they needed to be. So I'm going to take this sales-made website. It's actually a cool product. We're using it, and we are going to personalize this headline and maybe one of the call to actions to match the keyword from the, let's say, the Google AdWords campaign. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a target again, and let's say CRM Google Ads campaign, and I'm going to select UTM parameters, and I'm going to use here UTM source ad. Let's say, keep it easy. Save. And we're going to go and create a personalization based on that one. We're going to create a campaign. Let's call it H1 personalization. We're going to use the URL of the sales made. We're going to choose for you to run only on the home page, because you can have different H1s on different pages. You might don't want to break them. So we click Start Building. So what we see here is the website. So again, you have to select, as you see the highlighter, you have to select the pieces that you want to personalize. So I'm going to select the H1, and I'm going to select the button too. So, and I'm going to create a variation of it. So for the target, I'm going to select the CRM Google Ads campaign too. And also I'm gonna click edit, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change this text because it's really generic. So the CRM made for you, it sounds good, but you might want to really use something that this one is made of. Actually, I'm going to show you something. So this CRM actually has the industries list here in the bottom. So it's really a good example of how they could use it. So let's say I want to use the sales CRM made for, and I'm going to use a magic here. So there's the placeholder. You use query. Query is like our keyword. And here you use the text, like from the parameter from the URL. So for this one, we're going to call it industry, or we have a default text, a fallback text. So for, no, we'll call it any one. I'm going to put it like this. So it's going to be the sales CRM for anyone if there is no value in the industry URL parameter. I'm going to show you how the URL looks a little bit later. If there is something in this parameter, let's say real estate or SaaS or anything else, it's going to be replaced automatically by Personizely. And also we can edit this this call to action to also reflect, let's say you want to say for your, let's copy this, for your real estate or for your SaaS or so on and so on. So I'm not going to do this really, but because it's too big, but I'm just going to show you this one, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this one, and actually I think I'm going to be able to show you how it works on their website. because I made a little trick with a Chrome extension. So I'm gonna try and open it. And actually you see a little flicker because it's run through extension and don't on the website. It's actually only for the demo. But as you can see, this text, the sales CRM for SaaS, was taken from the URL here. I hope you see it. And the target was run because the UTM source equals add. So basically anything you write here, let's say real estate, is going to be replaced here. Actually, I want to repeat again that if you put this into your head directly, not using Google Tag Manager, you're not going to see any flicker. So the visitors are going to see the personalized text right away. And actually, also a thing I want to talk about is the fact that for this to work, you'll have to go to your AdWords or Bing ads campaigns and to make your URL look like this. So you'll have to make it look like this and something like keyword anyone. This is the default text. So in Google AdWords, it looks something like this. So if you set the URL like this, you can have the text replaced. But even if for some reason you don't have a text, it's going to be replaced by the default value. Yeah, the sales CRM for anyone. Mm-hmm. This is about the text keyword replacement and how it can help you with increasing increasing the relevance of the website for the visitors coming from ads. So, and if you have a higher interaction level, then your price per click is gonna drop, and also you're gonna have to spend less money on ads. While at the same time, you'll definitely see considerate increases of conversions. Also, I want to show a real example, one more real example real quick for this exact website. So because I didn't cover this functionality and I really want you to see how it works. So for this one, I'm going to create two targets. So one target is going to be, I'll copy this. It's going to be Google CRM Ads campaign, but it's going to have going to be for real estate. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same UTM parameter. It's going to be UTM source add, and it's going to have a query string parameter called industry to contain real estate. So this is going to target people who visit a URL like this. I'm going to save it real quick, and I'm just going to create a new one. Okay, let's copy this one, and let's make it SaaS. And create, and UTM parameters, and source add, query string. Query string is a part of the URL which I was talking about. It's the part after the question mark, and it's how the URLs are structured in the browser. And I'm going to use industry, I think it's industry, and I'm going to select SaaS. So we have two targets, one for the industry SaaS, the other one is for the retail industry. And I'm going to create a different personalization real quick right now. Call to action, personalization. I'm going to use the URL again. Run only on this URL and start building. So what I want to do is I want to change the call to action to be more appealing for different industries, because SaaS people are really usually expecting, you expect the SaaS person to get used to the app much faster. So maybe you want to give him a 50 days for trial, But for real estate company, maybe they need like trial span, the time they get to the aha moment, to the moment when they understand that they need the platform, may be bigger. Or it really depends on your business, but I'm just going to try and show you an example of how cool this could be used. So we're going to have the first variation, which is called SaaS companies, and we're going to select the SaaS ad campaign. And we are going to make it, let's say, 7 days. And we're going to create a new variation, which is going to be real estate. And we're going to select the real estate target. So you can switch between variations here. And we're going to edit this and make it a 30 days trial. So right now we have 2 different trial options for different audiences. You can actually go on and edit the URL. So you are actually offering the bigger trial. You have to change this to a different page where you are actually giving them a bigger trial. So to show again, we have the SaaS company variation with the 7 days call to action, and we have the real estate with 30 days call to action. I'm going to save this, and I think I'm going to be able to show this one too. So let's go to call to action personalization. Let's go to real estate. And we're gonna, okay, we don't see anything yet. Try it again. Okay, maybe I mistaken, did a mistake somewhere. Okay, let's try it this way. I'm not really sure if it's gonna work on this website. Okay. I think I have to disable the other one right now, just for this demo. Now let's try this again. Okay, so you can see we have 30 days for the real estate, and we have the 7 days for the SaaS industry. Actually, the personalization should work together, but because I've used this hacky way, there are a few issues. So you should be good using different personalization on a lot of elements on your website, and it should be actually be able to see the statistics for the call to action. So let's see, for example, it's really important to see how many people clicked on one or the other variation. So right here we don't have any stats yet, but I think if I'm going to click on this one, I'm going to have something, probably. Let's see. Yep, we have a click here and a view. We have 2 views and 0 clicks here. So you can really track how your call to actions are working, and for different keywords like keyword replacements and like variations of your traffic. That's actually pretty much everything I wanted to say about website personalization for SaaS. I think I've shown quite a lot. I'm actually going to be talking about some other things of website personalization in the next webinars, but I think it's enough for this one.
Can you please show us if it's possible to use location-specific keywords in the website personalization?
Yeah, definitely, I'm going to show it to you right away how to use it. Actually, we are working on adding. We have a help desk page when you can see all the list of these parameters, but we're gonna make them available in this box, so you can select them from here. So for example, if you want to say the sales CRM in the country, okay, we are gonna use visitor country name, or if for some reason there is no value for that, you're gonna use in your area. So this way, you're gonna see the area where the person is. So I'm gonna show you real quick how it works, and I'm gonna give away my location to everyone. Yeah, you see the sales CRM in Moldova. So
that's so cool.
Yep, you just see your location. You can actually use region. You can use the country, the city. Also, I'm gonna be showing over the next couple of webinars how you can use, and also I showed this in the last one, how you can use the visitor properties like name, and you can say like, hey Sergio, want to CRM in Moldova? But for this, you have to have them opt-in, so you have to know the name from somewhere.
All right, we'll go through these features in the next webinars, where we will uncover all these growth hacks and interesting stuff you can do with Personizely. Like, we'll really niche it down for all the all the growth hackers out there. Yeah. Anyway, Sergio, can we go like really quickly through the other topics we wanted to cover, such as?
I'm gonna be a little bit quicker. Yes, sorry for.
Yeah. So I think about special promotions. I think it's really similar like announcements, right? So I think we can skip this one and go directly to exit intent and then to lead magnet.
Yep, cool. Okay, so I've actually shown a little bit of exit intent during the last webinar, but in SaaS you really can use this too, because when the visitors are on the pricing page or anywhere else where they are thinking about taking the decision and they try to leave a website, it could be a good way to motivate them with some incentive. So I'm gonna just go right away and create a widget, a pop-up one. I'm gonna select, I'm just gonna create an empty one. And I'm gonna select exit intent, next, and let's say pricing incentive. So what I'm gonna do, what I want to do is to show people, show people a widget where you offer them some discount or maybe a free trial or maybe something that is gonna motivate them to go on and create an account in your SaaS application. So you can just say free, like free 30 days trial if you sign up now. So if you normally offer a 14 days trial, you can experiment with something like a longer trial, or maybe giving a discount for a few months or something like this. You can, of course, create an account. I'm gonna make it bigger. Create an account. You can use some images as well. I'm not gonna dive too deep in that, but you could. You have a library from Unsplash. You're gonna use an image like this. And as you can see, this is of course an ugly pop-up made by me real quick, but you can made it really appealing if you spend a few minutes. And this way you can motivate visitors to not leave and to leave some, to try and motivate them to create an account. You could actually offer something like a free trial, or maybe you could also show them some case study which might be interesting to them and they didn't reach it yet while browsing your website, which will again make them create an account in your platform. As you can see, the display options are pretty easy. You have the exit intent, you can set the sensitivity. You can again target only the visitors who are not your subscribers. You can not sign up, because you don't want this to show up for the existing ones. And again, the frequency one, don't forget it. Just make it show every 1 hour, let's say. No, not more, because it's gonna piss people off. And what we're gonna show is we're gonna select pages and only show it on pricing. Boom, like this. So this widget is going to only show on the pricing page. And if you do it right, you can motivate, I'm pretty sure, motivate the visitors. You can convert a few of the living ones. It could be the big fishes. And you can make some more money using this one. I think that's all for the exit.
Amazing.
For the SaaS.
Guys, if you have any questions about it, just feel free to ask, and we will start answering them slowly. But let's go to last part, which is lead magnet. So can you tell us, Sergio, more about how we can use Personizely and website personalization in general to do something with lead magnets?
Yep. So like lead magnets are one of the most like favorite things of marketers. They know that this is why it's called magnet, because you can really exchange something for your lead's email or contact address. So it's really easy to make lead magnets in Personalizely. It's really more complicated due to the content, the magnet itself, the content that you want to give away for that. So I'm just going to create a real call out pop-up real quick. So I'm going to use this template. I'm going to make it appear at, let's say, 70% of scrolling. I'm going to say it lead magnet conversion rates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just position it, for example, here. So I'm just going to rename it and change the text in a way that you understand how this could work. So say like this, the book about conversion for free. So here is some text, and here is the button, but we are going to change it to a subscribe form. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do it a little bit more beautiful, like this, more border, like this, and do this and say get it now. So how would this work? So for example, you have a blog post about conversion rates, and you know these people are coming, let's say, from Google, and you know they're interested in increasing their conversion rates. And just reading the blog isn't enough. Maybe they subscribe, but maybe not. So you want to give something away for free just to get the email. So you're going to use a pop-up like this to try and get the email, or maybe for someone, the phone number is important, so you can create an advanced form and select the phone number so your sales manager can call them. And what I did, I selected the scroll 70%, and I'm going to select a specific page, let's say blog, conversion rates increasing. So this is going to show on this exact blog, and it's going to show at 70% scroll. So you can create like different lead magnets for different blog content or different pages on your website, because it's not only for the blog. You can also use it on your website, on some internal pages which have some really specific like topic which you can cover in the lead magnet. Like the lead magnets could be like checklists, could be ebooks, could be some guidelines, could be some something that is worth giving the email for. So basically, you have to give something back to the visitors so they don't feel fooled. That's the thing. So, and for this to work, you'll have to select the submit action, go to an URL, and here you can just specify the URL of some PDF you have. Let's say if you want to give them an ebook, you just specify net/ebooks and conversion PDF. And this is gonna, you might want to select new tab. This is gonna redirect them to this page, and they're gonna see the PDF. And at the same time, you can send this, I don't have MailChimp integrated here, but you can add an automation and send this lead to your email marketing system. And also you can send an alert, let's say, to your sales department. They're going to receive it, a new lead from conversion page blog. So they're going to receive it, and they're going to contact this lead right away, so you don't lose time. This is actually like what I wanted to show you on the lead magnet. Of course, you can use a pop-up as lead magnet, but I think this little and beautiful call out in the corner of the website is really a good way to do it.
Amazing. It's I mean, it's really cool. Do you have like any experience what it can do with conversions?
We actually didn't do anything of this ourselves, but we've seen a few of our, we have customers who are like doing this really on big scale, and they have crazy conversion rate because people are just filling their email to just get to that like premium content, to that thing that they think is so expensive and so cool, and people are getting like very high conversion rates, like tens of percent, like nothing compared to what you have for simple subscribe pop-ups or widgets. It's really different because you are giving something back here. And also, it's, of course, as I said, the most difficult part is creating this content, but to focus on this, and I think using a lead magnet like this with cool content can give you a lot of leads.
All right, Sergio, thanks a lot. This was, again, incredible value from you. Thanks a lot that you explained everything so well and so in depth. And everyone, I will now share my screen real quick. So I will tell you what you can expect in the following days. So today we talked about how to put your SaaS on steroids with Personizely, and you will see the replay on the YouTube and on Facebook page and on our Hey Summit page as well. And tomorrow we will be talking about how you can boost your mobile conversions with Personizely, because well, more and more people still are starting to use mobile, and the conversion on mobile is usually quite lower than on a desktop, but we will talk about how you can boost it with website personalization. Then on a Thursday, it's going to be really interesting because we'll be talking about underground hacks to smash your competition. And Sergio, I believe we will discuss like all these things we didn't discuss like thoroughly, or how to personalize it on a like really big scale, including names and fun stuff like this. And again, this will be 9 on Friday, 9 website personalization growth hacks to improve your conversion. So we will focus more on conversion aspect of whole website personalization thing, not only the customer experience. So these are the topics we will cover in the following days. Don't forget to register for them. You can do it on personalizely.pitchground.com/schedule or just Personizely like this, and you can sign up for them. And also we are having ongoing promotion for Personizely, and you can buy it for $59 lifetime. And if you are an agency, we have plans for it as well. So go to pitchground.com/personizely so you can start using all the features we discussed and increase your conversion rate massively with website personalization. It's pitchground.com/personizely. So guys, thanks a lot for joining. It was amazing. Sergio, thanks a lot for putting in effort to show us everything we can do with your amazing tool. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment under the video, either on YouTube or on Facebook or in our Facebook group. And that's about it today. Thanks a lot. It was amazing.
Yep. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and thank you for having me. Yes, see you again tomorrow.
See you again tomorrow. Bye.